One time. Like this.
You're in the grill pit, nigga. You're in the grill pit, nigga.
You're in the grill pit, nigga.
You're in the grill pit, nigga.
You're in the grill pit, nigga.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a bird.
You're in the grill pit, nigga. You're in the grill pit, nigga.
Vision, the better living, trees for breakfast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
You're in the grill pit, nigga. You're in the grill pit. And I'm SAF Bo, your prison lawyer, with my man Ron B in the middle. And I got something to say. Young Uther from Zone 6, the alleged Al Capone of the South, Jeffery Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, a.k.a. Let Me Get a Three-Way, a.k.a. SAF Mo, your prison lawyer. How the hell did I get 58 counts with 28 on deck at my bars looking ass? Young Thug, Young Thug. You need to stay glued to the tube like a hooker fresh off the turning tricks in the church parking lot. Now dance with the Holy Ghost in the pool pit. You feel me? What you done did to those good people, those good Negroes in Atlanta, boy? Don't you say nothing. They got 58 counts on your ass. Man, let's check it out. See what he done did to those folks.
Today I'm joined by the Atlanta Police Chief, Chief Rodney Bryan, as well as my sheriff and our Sheriff Patrick Labatt. We are here today about a grand jury indictment that was returned that included not just Jeffery Williams, which is of some notoriety and media attention, but about 28 defendants that operated within our community between the time period of 2012 and 2022. It is our allegation that they operated as a criminal street gang and commenced to do havoc in our community. That havoc includes crimes of violence, crimes of thefts, crimes involving drugs. I've made no secret about it, nor any apology, that as the District Attorney of Fulton County, my number one focus is targeting gangs. And there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community. And so they have to be rooted out of our community. I said just a week or two ago, it does not matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, and certainly if those crimes are in furtherance of a street gang, that you are going to become a target and a focus of this district attorney's office, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. I agree with Chief Bryant. What you see yesterday and what you will see in the upcoming months and years is the result of a lot of hard work by both the Atlanta Police Department and this office. We are proud to bring forth this indictment and hopefully to bring justice to a lot of the community who was victimized through the course you see in this indictment. But more importantly, the most important thing that we are here to do is to keep this community safe, and we believe removing these 28 defendants will keep Fulton County safer. Yes, sir.
You done fucked up now. You know that, don't you? You done fucked up now. You done got these exceptional Negroes riled up. Now they're gonna have to use this white man's law against you. We're gonna have to call in Superman. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do, man. We have to call Superman in.
Continuing to commit these acts, something that happened 8 years ago, if they're charged under RICO, continues. And so the statute of limitations doesn't run until the last act occurs. And so the last thing that they talk about in the indictment, I believe, is shootings in 2015. There's things going on in 2018. So But the indictment is an 88-page indictment, and it alleges that the gang was involved in a wide variety of illegal activities, including witness intimidation, murder, attempted murder, carjacking, robbery, theft, according to the indictment. So, when you have a RICO charge, anything you do to support the organization, anything you do, if you post media with social media with cash, saying Thug Life or YSL, or if you commit a robbery and give the money to the gang, or if you wear gang colors, anything you do can be used as evidence in the furtherance of a RICO charge. Now, young Thug or Mr. Williams is named as having committed a number of illegal acts. So he personally is named, for which he is not charged, but which he is described as overt acts in furtherance of the group's conspiracy. Which brings up another thing. What is a conspiracy? A conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people murdered in connection with Thomas's death. One of them, Deontay Kendrick, is identified as Yak Gotti, a rapper on the YSL label. Now, his bail is going to be really high. This is an A-list star, right? Now, his lawyer, who is represented Williams, declined to comment on the media. This is,
he probably talked a lot more about the big cut. That's what's important is bail. Like, what do you think his bail's going to be? That's like I said. He didn't get no bail. No, but he going to eventually, he didn't get no bail because he hasn't been before a judge to give him a bail. They keep playing this free-card model.
No, I've seen the other part where he went to the one judge in Atlanta.
White dude?
Yeah.
And when the
white judge said, I find that he's flight risk.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he said he's flight risk based on what the prosecutor said.
No, but he's got another
court case going on where he got an indictment. They didn't have an indictment yet. It's a pending indictment.
Well, the thing about it is he was saying what he was trying to do was get him to say that, because he kept saying that initially he was saying that I'm going to push it to the other judge, and dude was like, I don't want you to push it to the other judge. Let us know now because.
Let me get back to you, Mr. Williams. So the court does find probable cause for the list of charges, like I mentioned earlier, based on the warrants. And at this time, the court's not going to set a bond. I do find that you're a flight risk, and I do agree for bond purposes with the entirety of the state's argument. I will say also, though, the court is very strongly considering that you've got 22 SC 182873 related to this same investigation before Judge Glanville. And I don't want to restrict Judge Glanville from making a decision on bond in regards to everything so that he can balance everything. So that's the order of the court today. It's no bond for those reasons.
No, he's sick as fuck. I know you sick. You might want to put some money on your books and hit the motherfucking poker table. It's gonna be a long night.
Now because we want to know what the bill gonna be.
And then he went back and said, I'm not pushing the envelope.
Yep, it's
I'm
a flight risk.
No, I'm not giving him.
And then he was like, well, how can he be a flight risk when he's got I'm gonna take his passport and he's gonna be on house monitor and all this other shit. All right. So he said no bill on that. But the thing about it is that you can either have two different things. You can have you can have a reassessment of your bail.
Yeah. But he can go to the other pending indictment when they finally do indict him and get a bail on that, but he still can't get out.
Right, this is like you said. So more than likely they're gonna give him a bail.
Right.
They're gonna give him a bail.
They don't give him a bail on the second one, knowing that the first one ain't give him the bail, so he ain't going nowhere anyway.
Yeah. So it's a game, right?
It's a game.
Because they had, like you said, when you first saw it, they had no intentions of letting him go to start with.
It's like me. If I'm on probation or parole or supervised release and I get pulled over for DUI, they'll give me a bail for the damn DUI, knowing damn well that the probation officer finna put a hold on me and I can't get out anyway. So now they get my money and keep my body.
Ms. Williams, Ms. Rice, that's the prosecutor.
This is No, you don't have to go back. I mean, I was just like, you're in the grill pit. SAF Mo, the prison lawyer, with my man,
Ron B in the middle.
We just watching this goofball lawyer talk about this young thug case.
No, he not a goofball lawyer. He's a slave wrangler. Helper. He helps wrangle the slaves and
Mr. Bennett was
put them in the
among other things, a felony murder charge in connection.
If that's Ron B in the middle talking, you know why. I see what the shit. If he in the middle with that, if that's the middle, how the middle look, then you know what the other side look like. You know what I'm saying?
You know what they do.
Well, we all know what they do. We all
They go
know
to the same weddings.
They go
the same dinners, the same proms, the same everything.
Let's let them talk. Let the motherfucker overseer talk.
News conference in April, in which she criticized the judge for granting bond to Christian Eppinger. So you're going to see that a lot of these guys are going to be denied bond. Now, here's the other thing. Remember what I've been trying to tell you guys all along? We saw the block indictment, right? And now we're seeing.
What the fuck is he trying to tell us? What the fuck is he
trying to make it seem like he on their side?
What the fuck?
And trying to expose the justice system, but he really not. I'm just saying.
Like this is the dude. This is the guy right here. This is the guy, right? This is the guy who's supposed to be a criminal injustice lawyer, and I believe that he's a criminal injustice lawyer.
He's supposed to be on the defense side.
He's supposed to be telling you what you're supposed to be doing. Come play that for me. This is a real pick.
And guess what? According to the New York Times, the new charging document, other court records show that Fulton County prosecutors have been paying close attention to what? To music and social media output of the Atlanta area rappers. So you got to be really
careful
of what you put on fucking line. 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 Because they're going to use it against you. County prosecutors have been paying close attention to what? To music and social media output of the Atlanta area rappers. So you got to be really flipping careful of what you put on fucking line. And social media output of the Atlanta area rappers. So you got to be really flipping careful of what you put on fucking line.
Stop, bro.
Because they're going to use.
So he's telling us that we need to watch what we put on social media.
Mm-hmm. What he was just talking about.
Well, what the female was telling us too. That remember we said
the lady in the blue and white dress.
Yeah. What she was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So all I want to do is back up a little bit. This is our reaction to what's his name? What's his name? Bruce.
Criminal lawyer breaks down. His name is CLR Bruce Rivers.
CR Bruce Rivers. Mr. Rivers. So he's the criminal. He's a criminal defense lawyer. And you say he is a slave deliverer?
Yes.
Slave Ringo?
Let me see. He got 377,000 views published on May the 10th.
And
today is the 14th.
Yeah, and SAF Mo is 4 days. SAF Mo saying we're telling the truth about what's going on in the criminal justice system. We can't even get 20, 30, 40 people to watch it because it's the truth. But this clown, he got 300
slave wrangler.
Yeah, I'm saying so he gonna tell us how to. But he ain't never been to prison.
Nope.
Never been to prison one day. Never been in prison one day. Never.
He did nothing but help them take a plea bargain. Help
this
person and that person and that person.
He might. No, I'm gonna get Robbie. He might have got a few people off, but they had to pay him. They paid him. The few.
Those are tokens.
The few.
Those are tokens.
The few. And they paid their way.
I bet you the people he got to pay to take plea bargains.
Outweigh the people they get off. This point, Robbie.
And I bet you. The people that he got to take plea bargains, I bet you half of them paid him.
Right. Yeah. A lot of money.
I bet you half of them paid him.
Just like this dude, like this young whoever the fuck is
Young Thug.
Young Thug, but it's like
Jeffrey Williams.
Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams gonna pay him. You see that car he got out? I want y'all to, I wish y'all could see, go to the front. Go to the front. Go to the front.
I'm taking you to the front and show you what this slave regular, this
what he making. This dude is making.
Let me show you what he drives.
This dude is making all types of money off that goofy ass. He got no nerve to get out of, I think it's a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or something. A Lamborghini. My doors don't even go up like that. My doors don't even go like that down my car. Go show this fool. Hold on. When pause when you get to that car. He making so much money off of these fools. Look at that. This dude making so much money off of these fools. He got enough. His doors come open.
This is what he drives.
His doors come open. It's a Lambo. White Lambo. Doors pop up when he come up. Got rap music playing. He got rap music playing. He's so down. He in the streets. This goofball.
He getting their money. He using they songs.
Using their music. He got them making it. I'm gonna let you.
Making them take plea bargains.
Go to that man.
Help him wrangle them up into the prison system.
Yeah, never getting out.
Making millions of dollars.
Millions.
Driving nice whips.
While you say, I ain't fucking your bitch.
Right.
Because he is.
It's a possibility.
He is. I guarantee you, he look like black women
like
with fat asses.
Like he got jungle
feet. Look at him. He look like he like white black women with fat asses. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Look at that. He look like he like black women.
Look at that $1 million smile.
Yeah, man, he happy. He like, send me some more of them goofy motherfuckers. Now here's what I was gonna tell y'all. If you just sit here and listen, I'm an SAF more prison lawyer. I ain't got all that shit that the credentials this cat has, but I can tell you one thing that I'm gonna tell you one thing that he didn't talk about that I think is important. After all this bullshit, like I said, me and Ron B talked in the car about the Willie Lynch being used against individuals. We talked about the records. We even met, and I'm gonna play a video of a sister that was been locked up for a minute who broke down the record industry. How it's nothing.
The music industry is set up as an independent artist. I don't think I would ever sign because to sign to a major label is to be complicit with their agenda is to incarcerate in massive numbers black and brown individuals, specifically to you. So the three major, 95% of all the record companies and radio stations are owned by one of three corporations: EMI, Sony, and Warner. If you Google on your phone right now, this is not a conspiracy.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know where you're going.
Right. They also invest in private prisons and fund and build private prisons. So on one hand, they're only signing stuff that leads to a life of crime and glorifies that. And when people say they're not influenced by music, that's crazy. If you have the heart and you're breathing, you're influenced by music, because the beat of the heart is the beat of music, for everyone, especially of African descent.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about that Young Thug incident?
I really don't know too much about it. I just know that he went to jail. I'm not sure. I heard it was about RICO.
Yeah, RICO.
Something to do with RICO.
Yeah.
If you remember about 6 months ago, Jay-Z was trying to make laws to prevent being charged for a crime you admitted in your rap, and stop you like, we're just saying this, that we're not doing this. I think a large portion of that has to do with it. He has the foresight to see that was going to be some type of strategy to further incarcerate and criminalize our black men, especially in the realm of hip hop. And he had the foresight to see that they were eventually going to try to do that. And it looks like they've tried their first case or their test case or their PSYOP with the Young Thug.
The record industry, how it's nothing but a slave industry, and how you really don't. And I said this to Ron B a while ago, and I said the same thing to my brother. What's up, Joe? I know you don't watch the show, but what's up, Joe? That how can you blame these individuals when the record industry allows them? The record industry allows that music to be put into our community.
She said that she wouldn't sign because she makes good music, and she said she wouldn't sign to a record label because it constantly promotes the institution of incarceration.
Right.
So to speak.
Well, she says it supports that institution.
Yeah, it supports.
Like a lot of them record industries invested.
They're owned by 3 labels.
If they invest in private prisons and they do stuff like that, they take the money and they invest in that. And so that in itself, she said she wouldn't be part and party to it. But like I said, I asked this critical question: is why are you blaming these individuals when they can never put that music out? Remember when DJ Phoenix came to scene? I'm gonna play his piece because I love his piece when he talked about the individual going to these different record industries, asking them, "Would you allow me to play record about molestation?" No.
I meant to talk about that earlier today.
Would you allow me to play music about raping people? No. Would you allow me to play cultural music that's dissing another culture? No. Would you allow me to play music with black people killing black people? Well, we'll think about it. How much money is it going to make us? That's what they telling them. Yeah. Telling them young kids, go out there. If you can get your social media buzz and give us enough people who's interested in this music, we're gonna put it out there and put music out there with you killing your. Yeah, I know. I guess now they say we're not brothers because you never came out my mother's pussy, so you're not my brother.
It goes back to what you said earlier today. They only saying what you allowing them to say because at the end of the day, the record label executives have the final say on what goes on wax and what doesn't go on wax.
What get played?
What goes out?
What get played? Because you can still put it. Robbie, you can still put it on wax, but it's getting airplay.
Right.
It's getting regular rotation. Airplay.
How many times you heard artists complain about their release date getting pushed back? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand exactly.
They have final control of what goes out there, and okay, so you let Young Thug say something about killing somebody in a lyric. You let Lil Wayne say something about getting shot at on his tour bus. You allowing this shit to come out.
Yo, this is you're in the grill pit, SAF Mo. My man,
Ron B in the middle.
We just talking about this Young Thug, YSL, YFM, Lucci situation, and we're not trying to get in a situation where we're trying to clout chase with this conversation. What we're trying to do is point out, like, where is everybody at with this? Where is everybody at? Where's all the outrage? Where's the community at? We talked to your sister on the phone, and they was making some good points. And I made that point soon as we got on a thing when we was talking, when we first got onto it, we was like, how many of these 28 black men in the community that you ripping out has done stuff for their community? They was like, did this. They done did this in the community. They done did this in the community. And that stuff is not getting pointed out. Where's the community at in defense of these individuals?
They was feeding them communities.
Where's the community at in this conversation? You know, and to me, it feels like to me like the community wants these black men to be locked up for however long. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's another Willie Lynch conversation. You got these Negroes in county positions who are going against these other black brothers who have money.
Okay, so what was crab leg food, man?
I sent it already. I already sent you cash out.
I ain't
I sent you cash out already.
Y'all didn't tell you.
Thank you, boo.
You welcome. Hey, listen. We recording right now. You live.
Okay.
What black at?
Yeah, black.
Oh, y'all ready to start Yeah.
We live and ready, man.
We live and ready too. We in Minnesota.
Hey, man.
What's up?
I want to get on the book so I can see you on the book. So I can go, because I got my brother here with me too.
Let's kick it. Let's kick the ball off.
Listen, we gonna post the video later. We recording it right now.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
What's the name of the podcast, Ron?
I got something to say.
Something to say, man.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man. We on this prison reform and all this shit, huh? Go ahead, tell them how they did. Hallelujah. Big bro. He didn't want to be on camera.
That's fine. He can just talk.
It's on me. It's your sister. Come on now, don't do that shit.
Tell him he can just talk. He ain't got to get on camera.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron, that's how I work for the feds. Now y'all done put a show.
Hey, tell him he can just talk. He ain't got to get on camera.
We can get his mug shot from his county photo.
He said he can
So we can use this mugshot from his county photo.
Yeah, man. I'm fucked up, bro. Y'all heard enough from the black. Hey, bro, your brother just left the party, man. That was lit right now.
Put him on this camera. Just
I don't know. I think that Young Thug situation fucked up, man, bro. You know, every black man that's trying to build himself up is they tear him down through the industry, music, the streets, from past life activity. So you know,
talk to me about them communities that they was feeding that they done took this man away from.
They feed 500 kids a week. They supply school books, pads, toys. You know, when you're doing big shit, the cracker try to knock you down, man.
This my man Black talking to me. He down there in Atlanta where Young Thug and them live at. In the community.
Which you was in DeKalb County?
No, I'm from East Atlanta, man. I'm from Zone 6.
Zone 6, the real Zone 6.
I'm from the real hood.
What was really going on between those two cats? You got the lowdown on what was really going between the YFN?
I actually don't know. I actually don't know, you know, because I come home, I be in the house, so I don't really know what's going on in the streets. You see this shit when they hit the news, man.
Okay. Yeah, you
see it when they hit the news and you hear about it in songs and shit.
Yeah, because we just trying to figure out.
What's me going on? I don't know what be going on. Your sister kind of caught me off guard because your brother kind of sleep drunk.
What y'all drinking on?
You see my face shining right here?
What y'all drinking on down there?
Man, I'm sipping on some Hennessy with my brother, man.
Okay.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Man, what kind of camera y'all boys got? I gotta get me one of them, man.
Got several different cameras. Several different cameras.
We got 3 different cameras.
Yo.
But yeah, big bro. Man, ain't too much I can tell you about this. It's only publicized in the news and the music, man.
Yeah, we just want to hear some truth. You know, like really what was going on. The real deal.
East Side landlord, man. They pull up, that's a fact. They go to Instagram, Facebook. They go motherfucking let you know. And I ain't the richest nigga, man. Get away. I ain't the richest niggas out here, but I can make
Hey, be careful what you say these days. They say social media.
Put them on there. Say that. Put that on camera. Put them on camera.
Say it again. Cut that out, right?
Get it out.
Yeah, look. I got company and shit right quick, run. So ain't no sleep fucked up. I got a couple of my people over there. I can't really talk to y'all. I want to talk to y'all.
All right,
bro. I'm gonna call y'all back in a little bit.
I was just gonna tune in on the page. We all go live.
Go. We ain't gonna go live with this. We gonna put it. It's gonna be up tonight though. Subscribe so we can send that to you. It's gonna go up tonight.
Cut all that negative shit out I said no now.
I'm gonna send you the link. As soon as it go up.
I got something to say.
Turn it. Hold on. Do it again.
I got something to say.
Atlanta, Georgia representing. ATL.
Throw your hood up. I'll call you back in a little bit, sis. I love you too.
Yeah, so
let me play this.
Oh no, I got to get that
digesting what the indictment is. 88-page indictment. For him to comment on it would be inappropriate. Not to mention, there's a rule that says you really shouldn't comment on publicly about cases, but guys do anyway. What I hate is when you have a lawyer that comes out, my client is innocent, he is fighting this to the death, blah, 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 blah. And then what happens down the road? He winds up either taking a deal or they wind up getting convicted. So you're talking out of your ass. You're best off just not saying anything. So the lawyer who's representing Williams now, though, decided not to take my advice. And he said, Mr. Williams came from an incredible, horrible upbringing, and he has been conducting himself throughout his life in a way that is just to marvel at. Mr. Steele said, he's committed no crime whatsoever. The indictment is baseless to include him. Well, we'll see. But when you talk like that, just
Let me stop right there for a second. I want to make a point while I'm thinking about it. Young Thug, Jeffery Williams does not have a criminal record at all. He has these new indictments.
No, he does.
He got a charge from 4 years ago that they haven't acted on. They haven't went forward with court proceedings or nothing like that.
Yeah.
However, he's never been convicted of a crime.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Why is he a flight risk? Why is he not getting the bail?
Because you know the answer to that as well as I do. But this dude is not talking about it. He's playing that really like I know better than anybody else knows about what's going on. But then tell the truth, Bruce, whatever the fuck your name is. Tell us the truth. Tell us exactly how the criminal justice system gets down. How you make your money.
How Zimmerman get a bail and he killed Trayvon Martin.
The thing about how they,
you understand what I'm saying?
So the reason
how these police officers that was there on the sideline when George Floyd got killed was at home. I was next door. I was living in the house next door.
Fuck what you talking about. Why didn't they get charged with conspiracy?
Exactly.
Why the fuck did they get charged with conspiracy? I'm asking this Bruce, whatever the fuck his name is, Razor, whatever the fuck, Reservoir, whatever. Rivers. Bruce Rivers, Bruce Willis' cousin. I'm asking you, why didn't y'all up? Where were they? Where was this mark at when Kim Potter shot our man
Dante Wright?
And then nobody on the sidelines was charged with conspiracy or racketeering or anything like that. Benefit of the game,
and don't benefit. Crime for the benefit of the game.
Yeah,
that's another charge. I got a homeboy that was locked up for that.
I'm just saying, the police force is a gang. Why when they shoot all these black men?
Hell's Angels is a gang.
They call them thugs. They call them a clan. But they call us thugs. Because they got a compartment for everybody. That's what I'm saying. So they root these young black men into call themselves thugs. Pac started that, right? Call themselves thugs. You call yourself thug. They label you as a thug.
It's a bad thing because you black.
And the first thing this dude said, Mr. Rivers says, is that when he goes to that YSL, Young Slime Life, he says, "Oh man, that right there, that name right itself is a down here."
They're fighting from behind.
How the fuck do you know what Slime Life means? And what does it mean? And my suggestion, here's my suggestion to my man, Jeffery Williams, is that you might want to change that name from Young Slime Life to Youth Singing for the Lord. That's why you want to make that motherfucker sound like. You might want to really start changing that shit up real fast. Cause you got a cat like this that's supposed to have your best interest of your mind telling you right now. That's what they tell you when they come into the bullpen.
But this is why I tell people all the time. Like, I might say, I'm responsible for the effort, not the outcome.
Right.
And you might perceive that as me saying, I don't care. But I might be meaning it to say that I tried, I did everything I could. I'm not responsible for what happens after that.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, your perception of what I say is not my fault. How you perceive things. So YSL could mean a number of things, like you just pointed out.
Yeah, but the thing about it is they had it like they changed it to something and but it doesn't matter. Right now that's representing because they use that. Remember social media and all the other stuff. It's Young Slime Life. It was a couple of different other things prior to that.
Right.
It wasn't Young Slime Life. It was something else. Now,
remember when NWA first came out? They tried to say it stand for no whites allowed, but it stood for niggas with attitudes.
Yeah, I mean, so my deal is this. My deal has always been like with this situation is that first off, he's channeling the conversation to be like, let's just talk about the document, the charging document. Okay, let's talk about the charging document. There's no way out of that charging document. There's no way.
They circled them. They circled them with the conspiracy charge.
Right.
It's such a wide range of things they can say.
On top of that, they hit him with the racketeering.
Yeah.
So you got the stuff
then it gets even wider.
Yeah. So now you got the shit that brought down the mob, that brought down most gangs. At least stop the money flow, they're using that against the rap industry, right? So we already seen what it did to the mob. We already seen what it did to street gangs, right? So now they're using it against them. But my conversation is that if you really want to check your lawyer and find out where he really stand on, this is SF Mobley, prison lawyer. I'm on the grill pit with my man Ron B. And I'm just saying, like, my deal has always been, what's the constitutionality of these two statutes they're utilizing against them? The conspiracy charge and the racketeering charge. Is those statutes themselves constitutional? You haven't had one lawyer ask that question because they've been utilizing it to convict people without a defense. Like, you don't have, what can you say against a defense charge? You can't. There's nothing you can.
You're accusing me of conspiring with these guys that
there might be you might be a club.
These guys just hang around me because I got money and I'm and they clout chasing and blah 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 blah. What they're doing, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right.
I'm just bringing them along for the ride that I'm on right now.
Right, and that could definitely be the case. We don't know what the matter might be, but I'm just saying, like, you got that Steele dude who's a clown, who's trying to make it seem as though he's working in the best interest. Like I said, none of them can really work in the best interest because they all fingers on the same hand. So you can never get justice from. They don't even know how what justice looks like, especially not for an African American male. What they're gonna do for this Jeffery Williams is bleed out his bank account, and then they're gonna tell him that they're gonna fight. They're gonna take the charge. We're gonna win on appeal. You're gonna come on appeal. Take the charge. Sit down for a while. You know, while they bleeding out your bank account, while he's driving your Ferrari, while he living in your house, while he's free on vacation. You in a joint calling him. He ain't picking up his phone. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to be sick, Joe. So I'm saying you should have been watching I Got Something to Say. You should have been watching I Got Something to Say, Mr. Jeffrey Young. You like the rest of these Jeffrey Williams, I'm sorry, Young Thug, you know, YFN, Lucci, all you cats, you should have been watching I Got Something to Say because you wouldn't be in this situation right now, and you definitely wouldn't be trusting your livelihood to some motherfucking white motherfucker. Also, what all gonna do but sell you like he sold you 400 years ago, like a goddamn slave.
And you making these lyrics for clout and for fame, and now look where it got you.
The coldest thing I heard was that black DA in Atlanta say they asked about social media, and she's like, "Man, social media, it's a beautiful thing." I just want to say, I would say one thing that we had a conversation about them is that is one with the whole music industry and how it's sort of channeled up to be these individuals utilizing our situation, all these white motherfuckers using our situation to make you so you can make that music so they can pay you whatever. And then you can end up in a joint like Buddy ended up in a joint.
Well, they're getting paid off you, and then
they're getting paid off you,
and then they're getting paid off you, and then they turn the evidence over to the prosecution to turn you into a monster.
Well, no, they get paid off. Listen, well, they keep getting paid off you because the record industry getting paid off of you, this lawyer dude getting paid off of you, corrections getting paid off of you, supervision getting paid off of you,
and then when you get convicted or go to court for the lyrics that you said in the song even gets more popular. and then the record industry get more money.
Yeah, so they can't lose.
What?
I love that.
What?
I love that.
You heard what Kanye West said? He said, some part the white man get paid off for all of that. You remember that?
Right. I'm saying with this whole deal, with everybody being involved, this situation, like I said, we got the situation where they're utilizing these two black men. So in these two indictments they have, where they have over damn near 150 people they indicted.
That's 28 people.
No, they had an indictment prior to that with that YFN Lucci. He had 105 on his indictment.
Yeah.
You got 28 on this indictment.
Yeah.
Then you got another. So my question to y'all is a community right? Is the lady coming out saying she represents the community and the community's fed about all that gun violence and guns and people being killed on their blocks?
I think this is what I think that happens. I went to a club one time, and I asked a DJ that I knew, Club Cancun on the east side of St. Paul. Shout out to Club Cancun. I don't think it's there anymore. Yeah, they ain't even open no more. But I asked DJ Zany K to play a Tupac song, and he told me we don't play Tupac in here because he gets the crowd too rowdy, and it get real disruptive in here if we do that.
What did you think when he said that?
Well, I thought about it, and music makes you feel a certain type of way. Mm-hmm. It depends on what you're listening to. I listen to a lot of R&B and R&B mostly. Mm-hmm. I listen to hip hop too, but I listen to mostly R&B. And when I was locked up, guys used to ask me, "How can you listen to that, man? It'll make you feel sad and down." And I said, "No, it makes me feel good, man. This music makes me feel good. This is how I feel good. This is how I get through my time." I'm saying all that to say this. What I think happens is guys listen to music, be it violent or non-violent, and they feel a certain type of way. And a lot of times they're under the influence of drugs and alcohol. And if they listen to that violent music and they got their strap on them, and somebody is opposing them in any kind of way, then they commit violence. And then the media, the government, the police, the sheriffs, they try to blame it on the artist. The artist is just doing his art. Young Thug, he did his music. I mean, some of the stuff might be true, some of the stuff might not be true. I know the stuff that I listened to from NWA back in the day, these are just stories that they told, that they seen, that they knew, that happened in the hoods that they grew up in. You understand what I'm saying? Mm. But certain people feel a certain type of way when they hear these violent lyrics and they act on it.
Right?
You can't blame the artist for that.
No, you can't.
But this is what they're doing.
But I go.
They're blaming the artist.
But I'm saying like it's like if you're gonna blame anything, why don't you blame the industry? The industry got too much money. You're gonna never blame the industry. Too many people got their hands in the pocket. You're never gonna blame the industry for what's going on. And I say with this whole indictment and pulling these individuals off the street, you know, my question is too, like, is the community right? Should these individuals be pulled off the street, and should they be put in prison? Because at the end of the day, you was in Atlanta prison. You said that was one of the worst prisons you was ever in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And black folks run into prison. What? You know what I'm saying? Black folks run into prison. I'm sure they run into prisons down there. So we had the conversation before about how these prisons are in these white communities, and white communities are benefiting for the community. Why you got black folks locking up black folks benefiting from the locking up of black folks?
You see the same thing with Young Thug. You got a black prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
You got a black state attorney, a black judge, another black judge,
right,
on the other charge.
That's why I get back into that Negro stuff, because they're not doing anything but oppressing. They're taking the model.
It's that house nigga in the field,
but it's bigger than that, because they're utilizing the oppression that was placed on us and utilizing that against their own people.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been taught how to oppress. They talk like the only way we're going to be able to get our streets clean is use this criminal justice system, throw people in prison. At the end of the day, people got jobs. At the end of the day, I don't have to worry about this nigga running around on the streets, you know, acting like a fool. And my college education, or what I went to school for as a Negro is what he should have did with his life. And like I said, I think it's more envy. I think it's got less to do with a criminal behavior than it is that they're envious of this guy making money without having a college education.
Well, hip hop is a form of expression. It started out as us, like, just expressing our experience.
All music.
Our experience in life.
All music. Blues, R&B.
Yeah, it's just an expression of our experiences and stuff that we see around us. It doesn't mean that we committing a crime.
It doesn't, but I don't think like this First Amendment argument that they're making has any validity. It doesn't matter, because you have the right to say what you want to say. What they're saying is like, the problem is you got to back, like I said, with this dude right here, he needs, if you're going to talk about anything, talk about really how the law plays out. What you're doing is you're allowing them to make their beds. Because you're saying like, once I lay that critical conspiracy charge on you, right now you could put up social media, go to your Instagram account, post yourself with more money, say this is for I got something to say, IGSTS. And then, okay, keep posting those videos. Keep posting those videos. Now they're going to come up 5 years from now and say, Ron B was the mastermind of I Got Something to Say. He's posting that money for gang affiliation and all this other stuff. Come on, man.
How do you figure that?
That's what I'm saying. Where's all that coming from? Where do you get this blanketing power to this utilized law with no regards for evidence, fact finding, or anything like that? Because your fact finding is based on a lie. It's based the thing about it. I don't have my degree. My
what
JD,
they ain't talking about is what my brother-in-law just told me. They ain't talking about how Young Thug and them was down there in Atlanta, Georgia, in them communities feeding 500-600 kids a day.
Giving them book, but then what they're not talking about is if the fruit from a rotten tree. So you take a fruit from a rotten tree, you try to utilize that. You take the fact that he made these lyrics that could or could not be related to a death of an individual. You take the fact of the matter, he hanging around all these individuals. You take that and you blanket them with it and say, now everything you've done did, even though it's fruit from a rotten tree, we're gonna use it against you. Because it's a lie. It could be a lie. Like you say, his lyrics could be just some shit he heard.
Man, listen, it's some shit you seen, some shit you heard, some shit you made up in your mind. People have imaginations that's big as hell. And they know what sells, and they get creative. They get in a room, in a space by themselves, and get their pen and paper, and they get creative and say, I'm finna make this, I'm finna do. Just like I did, me and you did with this. I got something to say. We got locked up and we got creative and we said we're gonna come out here and find a way out this shit and talk about this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel a certain.
We find a way to get creative.
I feel a certain type of way about why they're utilizing these racketeering charges and why they're using these conspiracy charges, because they know 9 times out of 10 the only benefit he got is if he's 6'9", with a 6'9". That's the only way out, the 6'9". Because remember, they take care of their own. They take care of his own. He won't be in the county jail no more. They're gonna put him in a halfway house. He's gonna be able to see his people in the halfway house.
Or they Sammy the Bull.
Sammy the Bull. They're gonna have to. You see that new Hummer, that crab walk. That you're gonna have to crab walk do the new motherfucking Hummer crab walk out this shit, because that's all you can get out of it. But my problem, what I wanted to talk about and what I want to end on, you in the grill pit, SAF mode with my man.
I ain't gonna let you end on that.
No, I'm not ending on it. I want to end on something. I want to end on, do me a favor while I'm saying this. Bring up Charleston White and Young NBA.
All right.
Because what I want to do, because I really don't like Charleston White. But this motherfucker, sometimes you get from an idiot. Sometimes if you listen to an idiot, you're gonna get some
fruits from him.
You gonna get some fruit. You just listen. You don't have to take everything. Just type in Charleston White and Young NBA. Probably when you shot this Charleston White, that shit might come up. Charleston White a long time ago, not long time ago, but in the past he did a interview on this other platform, and he talked about. No, which
one?
That goes to no. Nipsey Hussle, no. It's gonna say. See if you can type in NBA Youngboy, because it's gonna be okay. It's gonna have something. It's gonna have NBA Youngboy. Just space and then NBA Youngboy. NBA. As soon as you type that NBA Youngboy, he should pop. Yeah, it is, yup. Nah, that one right there. This first one? Yeah, first one.
I want to talk about Benjamin Crump before we sign off, too.
Talk about how all those prisons in Shakopee was named after slaves.
Oh, yeah, that too. The majority. The little houses.
Deal with his felony charge.
Now, this is good. I like this. I really don't like this Joker. I really don't like him.
What do you have to say? Because
really don't like him.
8 months ago, you put him on a pedestal.
Yeah. I call his fans the Pooh Shiesty baby. Well, we watched Pooh Shiesty go. We watched Frito Bang go. We watched NBA Youngboy go. We watched a whole lot of them go. Homie, go Yayo. Man, we done seen a whole lot of them go. But when Pooh Shiesty went, I said, well, they got an example they can make one out of it now. See, I recommend at this point, Pooh Shiesty, NBA young boy, all of them need to go do about 5 to 8 years somewhere in the prison system, in a penal system. And then, boy, when they come back, they gonna be some of the best goddamn citizens we can have in the rap game. They gonna be like,
I like when he said that. I like when he said that. I like when he said that.
Right.
I like when he said that because I don't like this cat. I don't like this clown. But when he said what he said, motherfucker make a lot of sense. Yeah. Because these cats think like they want to talk all this bullshit. They want to start keep playing. Because it's only 6 minutes. It ain't no time.
These niggas is too violent. Yeah, they too motherfucking violent, homie. So I recommend prison at this point. Yeah, I recommend prison at this point.
Now, NBA young boy just got out.
Now, he making good points. He making a good point.
Himself. Yeah. See, I listen to these little boy lyrics, and I listen to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what they're.
Now that's important right there.
Listen to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what to how mercilessly they talk about killing other people and what.
That's
so
very
you can say this in the lyrics, you should be able to go do the kind of time that come with what you say. So here it is, you in jail, you bad in jail a year, and nigga, you screaming and hollering like a motherfucker. Even your fans. Your fans ain't never thought about writing a petition and getting nobody out of jail, not even their daddy or their mama. Some of their mamas and daddies done been in jail, their brothers, their friends. His fans ain't never thought about writing a petition to a president, let alone writing one for Larry Hoover. But just because NBA young boy been in there for 9, 10, 11 months and he can't take it, shit. Nah, homie. Stand on that shit, nigga. Everybody else had to.
Over 100,000.
He ain't about what he rapping about. And if you niggas don't go to trial like Pooh Shiesty, the kind of lyrics he got, he's supposed to be standing up grabbing his dick to the judge. Ain't no plea bargain. Yeah, whatever y'all give me, y'all. Yeah, fuck it. You know, sit back. There was a nigga on Good Times one time. He had shot JJ. And James went to court. And the nigga in Good Time, he was slapped down in the chair like he was talking. Yeah, you know.
I remember that episode. Man. I remember we did it too.
That's how act in court. Yeah. Like they don't give a damn. Don't get in front of the judge and all of a sudden, man, show me mercy when you don't show us mercy in your lyrics or in your actions amongst us as a people.
Charleston White, you're always right. Just recently, not just recently, a while ago, this is what happened in court with Mr. Jeffery Williams.
All right, you man, I give everyone out to you. Stand up, man. Give me sworn by deputy for swear, man.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear affirm the testimony you give today to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
State your name for the record.
You may lower your hand. Jeffery Williams. Yes, sir. What do you want to tell me?
I'm sorry for disobeying the court. I'm sorry for disobeying my PO and being here again. And I just want to be home with my family and do right. And I know I just got so many millions of people that pays attention to me, and it's like I live so different. Not blaming it on that, but it's like these last 6 days is like every time. These last 6 days was like the 6 days when I came back down to reality, and I understood that nah, this is real life. This is not. I got sons that's 10, 11 years old. They look up at me. I don't even want them to think like going to jail, even if you're able to get right out of jail, it's cool. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to just grow because I'm honestly grown. I just make mistakes. I'm not that generalized for them, but I'm sorry, and I won't disobey you again.
What? What did he just say? Man, come on, man. Stop playing with me.
Mistakes. I'm not that generalized for them, but I'm I'm sorry, and I won't disobey you again.
That's why I said I wanted to watch that. That's why I say I wanted to see this. Because my brother,
I ain't never seen that.
My brother told me about this episode.
Mm-hmm.
My brother told me about this episode, and I went to go find it because it's just so what happened. Me and him had a conversation in the garage, and then they indicted him, and I started thinking I had never seen it either. And when I saw, I was like, man, you know what? I don't like this motherfucker, Charleston White, but that motherfucker, he telling the truth.
He right.
He said he telling the truth, and he really laying it out. I can't really. All thing I can follow it up with is that these motherfuckers, like, is it really? Are you really talking about what you did? Because if you're really talking about what you did, then everything that prosecutors say, that DA say, this is what I'm saying, DA say is true. Right now, can I use the lyrics? If you standing on what you saying, you don't get no fuck what you talking about. You gonna put everything on there. You got all your dope, all your guns, all your shit. You air motherfucker out.
Got all my shooters.
All everything. Now you got this white motherfucker talking about, you gotta keep your mind. Like, dude, no. He's listen. What the best witness against him is himself. The best witness is when they pull up that social media account and show your goofy ass.
Or they pull up your lyrics.
Show your goofy. Because I'm saying, like, you say this shit and you say that you the realest of the real. You the realest. I'm the realest of the real. I'm telling the truth. We do this. We in the street.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, though, like when these guys make these lyrics, you know and I know all this shit ain't real.
No. You telling me? No, me and you might know because we've been in the streets. We no. You talking to a 12-year-old kid? A 12-year-old kid,
right? But listen to this.
Who believe you?
Listen to this. He say, a miracle mighty creation. Hold on. Let me think of a better song. Like he say, I can't think of a.
Fuck it. I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you there. Remember, shout out to my man Eric and his son King. What's up, King? I remember I seen King. I hadn't seen King since he was a baby. Ran up on King when he was at the Foundry, and we told him about the podcast. I hope you watching, my man. And he brought up his guy who went to the joint and took a plea. And now he's trying to unravel the plea. Then he talking to us about some real shit. And then what struck me is wild. Like, wow, Joe. He started talking about a rapper. Like a rapper's case. Like what you talking about a rapper case for? Because 9 times out of 10, that's some bullshit. And it's not even real. So Buddy takes his plea. He gets into a situation. He takes his plea. Goes to prison. Now he wants to unravel the plea. Try to get out. But he don't know nothing about the law because he never should have took the plea to start with because the plea was a fucked up plea. And then ain't no good pleas. And then now you trying to tell me about some rapper's case. So that's how they see it. So that's why when you say what you say, like that generation, remember that's a generation past us, and they're not looking at the old uncles and adults because they locked up, but they're looking at these rappers now. So he utilizing that. So when you listen to those lyrics, they're impressionable. They adults now. Remember, they said that you don't really, as a male, you really don't, your brain don't really start to function right until you're 25, 30. So you got a kid who's 18, 19 years old, listening to this impressionable music about killing people, and that's all he listened to. And the motherfucker's getting high.
But you can't blame the artist for that.
I'm not blaming the artist.
You blame the family,
I'm gonna blame the artist. Artists because the artist is producing our music, putting it in our community. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it because of profit. It's like one time Uncle Fox said to me one time, you might have said it too. You know, the same conversation is about we sold dope in our communities.
Right.
We knew it was right.
Right.
But we did it anyway.
Right.
They know when they make that music about shooting, whether it's something they did or they didn't do, they understand that if not 95% of the people might not be affected by it, but you got 5% that might be affected.
Influenced.
They might be weak-minded motherfuckers that run out and go do some dumbass shit because they heard it in the song. Yeah. That doesn't matter. But it's still that you still got 5%. But then when that lady got on the DA got on the thing, her name was
Mo SAF Mo
Mrs. Willis.
What SAF Mo? In America, you have freedom of speech.
No, it's not the freedom of speech. Got nothing to do with it. She said there's something about like 25% of the crime is being done by street gangs. 25% of their crime, or no, she said 85% of their crime in the area
in
Atlanta is being done by street gangs. This thing being influenced by music. So you got that. That's why all this stuff sort of it's like a perfect storm.
You didn't lock Keith Sweat up when he say you're not a little girl, you're a woman.
No, did you lock? No,
you didn't lock him up.
No, did you lock? Did you lock R. Kelly up?
You didn't lock R. Kelly up
when he was whatever his shit was. But that's not the point. The point is not the point. That's not the point. The point is that these individuals are singing. Their thing is getting out of control, and they're utilizing the tool that they can use. What you got to say? You about to end?
I'm just saying you ain't lock Keith Sweat up when he said that. You didn't lock R. Kelly up when he said that.
That's cool. They're not gonna.
It's free speech, man. It's free speech.
There's no such thing.
These guys are
there's no such thing as free speech. Get on the phone and say you're gonna kill the president and watch they be at your house.
Of course.
So where's the free speech?
Of course.
Where's the free? There's no free speech cost you.
That's a national security threat.
Okay. Well, there's no such thing as free speech.
But singing I kill you, motherfucker, and this and that, regular shit. That's not a national security threat.
That's fine. That's what you leave. That's what you ended on.
No. I want you to talk about Benjamin Crump.
Fuck him. That's what I gotta say about him. My phone dying,
and that's how we end it.
Fuck Benjamin Crump,
and that's how we end it.
That Negro, civil rights Negro running around here, motherfucking. He better than that white dude.
He's your modern day who?
He's a Negro. He trying to be like Johnny Cochran, but he's far from Johnny Cochran. He's utilizing this platform that he's on to make money off the death of African American males, and he's satisfying the family. He's letting these white motherfuckers with this white supremacy run wild and making a mockery of people's death by saying this man's body is worth $9 million. This man's body is worth $15 million. This man's $7 million. Man, come on, man. What he can contribute to our community is way more than any amount of money they can pay for him, even if he's a bum on the street. Right. So fuck what you talking about, man. Fuck him. Fuck that Negro.
Shout out to the convicted felons doing better than the people with no felonies.
You're in the grill pit.
Grill pit, bitch.
Yeah. You're in the grill pit, nigga.
$1.25 for a cup soup, 75 cents for a regular ramen noodle, flat pancake soup.
Why ain't they riot when they took the motherfucking microwaves out?
They ain't riot when they took the microwaves. They ain't riot when they took the cigarettes. They ain't riot when the canteen prices go up.
When they riot, when they
got gang violence. When one of they homeboys got caught messing with one of them boys.
That's what I was saying. That's the only time they gonna riot. That's the only time they gonna riot.
You know what I'm saying? Or he was looking at my girl.
Good.
He was looking at my girl.
It's SAF Mo, your prison lawyer. I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice, Jeffrey. Please don't let that picture of you in the dress get circulated around the prison. Peace. I'm out.